what are your agent attraction numbers today? How long have you been with the company?
So I think we're at 130 right now. We are at 10 in this month, which is making me feel very encouraged because I've planted a lot of seeds and they're just coming to fruition. So that's one thing I want to talk about. When I say my numbers aren't what I wish they would be, I also know the seeds I've planted. So I have complete faith and I know exactly where it's going because I've done this long enough to know that. And that's one thing that I want to share with people is you can't focus on the result this minute. You have to have faith that the things that you're doing and all of the seeds that you're planting are going to get you somewhere. So I actually didn't start recruiting. I joined in October. I had a little unraveling to do because I'd been in the company I was with for a very long time in lots of leadership positions. I had some negotiations with my ex-business partner. I had to get through a few things and I still have people that I can't talk to. And so I had to get through some of that. So I actually didn't start talking to the world about EXP until the end of the year. And I didn't start really recruiting until January. So I'm in about, I would say 8 months of really planting seeds and working on this. So 130 people in the overall revenue share group, 18 in my front line. I have a bit of a different thought process around that. I'm going to have a lot more people in my front line than I'm going to have qualifiers because I actually recruit a lot of people that don't sell real estate, but they are growers like me. And we're going to recruit a lot of people and help a lot of people through our coaching and our experiences. So that's just my niche because of where I came from. That doesn't have to be anybody else's niche. So 18, I think, have equated to like 11 people that are qualifying, but we have 12 people that have join apps in right now. And we already have 10 in this month that are showing up in my dashboard. So if we hit 22 in a month, that's the biggest month that I've had. And I can see, you know, it's the hockey stick. It's like the growth of any organization, but a couple of these people actually have brokerages that they're going to bring over. So we're going to see some pretty big growth. I'm hopeful, you know, that we can really honestly double or triple this within probably just a matter of a quarter or two, just because of the momentum. And when Mike or John said earlier that we're in the season, we are in the season of recruiting. I've been recruiting for 12 years. There's no better time to recruit than right now and into the first quarter. And with the shifting of the market, it makes it just a very, very unique opportunity. And I think that that was amazing that John broke that. I don't know if we'll have another opportunity like this. And I agree with John on that comment. So we better double down and do the work. And just talk to people, Recently, I saw Brent Gove say, you guys, there's no financial risk in agent attraction. It's just your ego risk. And it's absolutely true. Like if you're worried about what people think of you and what they're going to say to you and they're going to hang up, then, you know, you're going to get the result of that. But if you can take that ego risk, you're going to financially benefit from that for years and years to come. And I've had that philosophy for a long time because I was kind of forced to, because a lot of my jobs, I had to recruit people. So I kind of had to just put my ego aside and deal with it. And so I have that, a little bit of that mentality already, but also I wanted to bring up something because I think it was Richard who said that he's emotionally, you know, attached to these people. The number one thing that I got as advice when I started as the team leader of the Keller Williams Market Center in Minnesota, because I was going on a lot of appointments, but I wasn't converting them. And I had never recruited before. So I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was thinking it was like my conversion skills or my scripts. And he said, no, I know exactly what it is. And this is advice that if you take this with you, I promise you, you're going to explode. And it is, you have got to go into those appointments completely unattached. You're too attached to the outcome. Just don't care about it. Whatever happens, happens. If you have enough appointments, you don't care, because at some point, people are going to join because you've created the momentum. And so I thought, okay, you're right. I'm way too attached. Like every appointment I go in, I've got to convert it. And instead I just thought, I just need to go on appointments. I'm not even going to worry about conversions. If I go on enough appointments, a certain amount of them are going to convert. And that's what literally changed my life. In the first year as a team leader, I recruited 101 people and I had not recruited a soul. You guys, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but that one fundamental shift in my mindset was literally, I went from conversions and agents recruited. I switched my mindset to appointments and conversations. And that was all I cared about or focused on. And then the results actually happened. So I think what we focus on is very important. And that was probably one of the biggest lessons I learned.
I find with agent attraction and with real estate sales, when you're not putting in the work day in, day out, it's hard not to be attached to the outcome because you don't have enough seeds in the ground. So you're hoping that every little opportunity that pays off. But the reality is the biggest attractors in the company have lost more agents like either joining EXP, joining Keller Williams, joining other companies than most attract will even talk to. Like I know for a fact I've lost more recruits than most people in this company have even talked to about this opportunity.
Right.
So you just got to swing the bat to hit the runs.
That's
what you're
interesting
saying
you
is
say
fire.
that, AJ. Can I tell you something about that? I mean, I would consider myself a fairly skilled recruiter because I've had to do this. Like it's been my actual job, right? And I recruited every coaching client, all 500. I personally recruited every single one of those in 2 years. So I'm like, okay, I'm a pretty skilled recruiter. And what you just said, I mean, I probably do 10 to 12 conversations a week about EXP. Okay, and it's for 8 months and I have 130 people, but I have faith that that's going to be 500 people real fast because I know about the seeds I've planted and I realize I don't force anyone's timing. Their timing is their timing. It's not mine. But if I don't plant the seed, it'll never be the right timing for us to be in business together. And if I do plant the seed, I just have to be patient in the timing. And so I like to call that, exercising your faith muscle. Too often we want to see the result and we are unwilling to continue to do those calls or those appointments or have those conversations without seeing the fruits of our labor because we don't have the confidence or that faith. But you have to have the faith in you in order to get up every day and do those calls, not seeing the result yet. And that's where most people fail. They just stop doing it because they're like, I'm not getting a result. I don't care if I get a result this week at all, because I feel accomplished because of the conversations I had, because I know conversations lead to more appointments that lead to the result I want. I just have the knowledge and the confidence in that. And the only way you get to that is by doing it. Or looking at AJ or looking at John or looking at me or anybody else who's doing that and saying, okay, they're all doing this. If I just trust in that process and I do it too, it's going to work. So, and then the more you do it, and then you start getting some of those results, you obviously start to have more confidence, and that's what leads to more momentum.
Your confidence comes from doing what you said you were going to do. It's like when you continually put in the reps week after week after week, you just get that confidence, and then that confidence helps you to have better conversations, helps you to keep planting those seeds, help you to have the faith because now you have this skill set and the seeds are going to grow. So much good stuff here. John said, what if you had 10 carries on your team right now? What would that look like?
Oh, but actually, that's a good point. Like that's who you guys should all be looking for though. People who have experience recruiting, and you don't have to be me to go recruit them. So a bunch of people are asking for scripts. Here are a couple of things I wanted to bring to this call. The things I'm looking for right now are people that have very, very strong real estate niches that they have dominated in production. Okay. Why would I do that? Because EXP is a fertile ground for that person to recruit to their program, teach other people how to dominate a niche, expand throughout the country and crush it. And I want people that are going to be able to do that to build wealth through revenue share, because not only are they going to win, so am I. So I'm literally looking for those people. I'm cold calling them all the time because I'm not friends with all of them. I mean, I know some of them, but not all of them. So I'm literally perusing LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm looking for those people because guess what? Most of those people are out there doing videos, contributing, talking to people about what they're doing, and they're trying to either come up with some coaching or some other things or programs to bring extra income into their business so that they don't just have one income stream anymore, which is real estate. It's what all real estate agents want, to stop chasing the real estate transaction forever. And so if they have a niche, they're like, oh, I could go teach other people how to do this and I could charge them a fee to do that. Okay, let's not charge them a fee to do that. Let's bring them to EXP and get paid on every freaking transaction they do for the rest of their life. Like, what are you talking about? Because when you're a coach, you're the same thing as a real estate agent. You have to get clients, you have to retain clients, and when clients leave or their contract ends, you have to go find new clients. And you only get paid if you wake up and show up and do the work just like a real estate agent. So although, yes, it's a different income stream, it's the same freaking thing. I know I did it. And I was like, what in the world am I doing? I don't want to do this again. And that's why I didn't want to do the coaching company. So look for coaches, look for trainers, look for people with niches, and just figure out how to spark their interest and say, look, I love what you're doing. You're awesome. I'd love to hear about it. It looks like you're helping a lot of real estate agents. And I think I have a way that you could help more and make more money and eventually create it to be a passive income instead of an active income. Because right now you're doing two very active things, and that's probably quite exhausting.